Maggie Caldwell never thought she'd be single again at 39. A middle school English teacher in suburban Ohio, she spent 14 years building a home, a marriage, a future, and then, divorce papers, signed on a Wednesday, alone on a Thursday. So when the billboard appeared on her drive to work, real love, guaranteed, it felt like a cosmic sign. She called the number. Inside a cozy office with pastel walls and essential oils, Maggie met Travis, the so-called relationship architect. You've got warmth, class, and the kind of soul men crave. Especially successful men, he said, grinning like a salesman at a clearance rack. He showed her glossy photos, beautiful couples, testimonies typed in Comic Sans. Love was in the air, or maybe it was lavender diffusers. The elite package is $2,500. That includes introductions, vetting, compatibility sessions, the works, he added. But if you really want to stand out, we recommend professional portraits. It's not mandatory, but let's just say, it helps. And just like that, Maggie was in. $2,500 wired. Hope reborn. She got her hair done, picked a sky blue blouse, and drove an hour to meet the photographer, a man named Steve, who didn't ask many questions, but charged $27 for 6 rushed photos and a stale granola bar. You'll look great, Maggie, he said. They all love the ones with you smiling by the tree. 2 weeks passed, then 3. No dates. Just silence. Finally an email. We haven't found a match yet. Elite men are discerning. Then another. We'd love to refresh your photos. Same photographer. Just 7. Something cracked. She called. Travis didn't answer. The receptionist had been replaced by voicemail, and the office, empty, freshly painted, a for-lease sign in the window. Maggie drove home in a daze. She wasn't sad, she wasn't angry, she was embarrassed. He told me I was unlovable. After charging me $2,500, she whispered to herself, holding the empty contract. But something else stirred in her chest that night. Something hot. Not shame. Rage. This wasn't about just her anymore. If they did this to me, how many other women did they do this to? And that, dear viewer, is how Maggie Caldwell went from client to crusader. She just didn't know it yet. Everyone had the same fake compliments, same photographer, same blurry promises. We weren't clients, we were inventory. 3 weeks after the silence, Maggie was knee-deep in online forums she never thought she'd visit. Midlife dating scams, the matchmaker maze, women who paid and got played. She typed a question, has anyone worked with Travis? From Heartline Connections. Within an hour, 4 replies. By morning, 12. Turns out Maggie wasn't just unlucky, she was targeted. They all had the same story, same pitch, same $2,500, same suggestion to use Steve, the exclusive photographer. He told me I'd be too intimidating if I didn't soften my look with curls, one woman wrote. He told me men didn't go for serious types unless they had playful eyes, said another. I was told to wear lavender, because apparently that's the color of fertility, someone else added. It wasn't matchmaking, it was choreography. Maggie reached out privately to one of them, Linda, a nurse from Dayton. They met at a coffee shop, and just like that the house of cards began collapsing. He told you to wear lavender too. Oh yeah, said it made my aura more magnetic. They laughed, then cried. Linda handed Maggie a manila folder. I printed everything, emails, contracts, photo package. I even called Steve the photographer. You want to know something crazy? Steve had a contract with Heartline, a clause that gave him a percentage bonus based on how many clients booked refresh sessions. So basically, Maggie said, he had every reason to take just bad enough photos, so we'd come back. Exactly. And it didn't stop there. Linda had screenshots of ads run under different business names. Soul Sync Elite, True North Dating, Harmony Hall. Same script, same man, different names. Maggie's breath caught in her throat. This wasn't just shady, it was coordinated. This guy isn't a romantic, she muttered. He's a damn marketer with a ring light. They decided to find more victims, not for revenge, but for just. One woman turned into 2, 2 into 5. They created a group chat called Project Expose. Every new member added a piece to the puzzle, and through it all Steve, the photographer, kept emailing Maggie. Hey Maggie, just checking in, ready for that refresh shoot? The audacity. Maggie didn't reply. Instead she opened a new message. to Steve at perfectmatchvisuals.com. Subject: let's talk. But this time, on camera. I wasn't walking into a date, I was walking into a trap. But this time, I brought back up. The meeting was set for Saturday, 10 a.m. Steve thought Maggie was coming alone. What he didn't know was that Linda would be parked across the street, filming, and Jasmine, another victim from Cincinnati, had brought her cousin, a journalist at Channel 8 News. It wasn't a setup. It was an intervention. Maggie walked into the studio calmly, holding a tote bag like any other anxious client. Steve grinned the second he saw her. "Hey Maggie, back for round 2. You'll love this new lens I got. Makes everyone glow. Yeah, can it erase deception?" He blinked. "Excuse me." She pulled out a thick envelope. Inside copies of contracts, group chat logs, screenshots of aliases, and a printed breakdown of his referral kickbacks. "You ever heard of the term consumer fraud?" Steve laughed nervously. "Whoa, hold on, I just take picture. You're barking up the wrong tree." Maggie leaned in. "Then why are you listed as a partner in SoulSync Elite, Harmony Hall and Heartline Connections on 3 separate business filings?" He froze. From the doorway, Jasmine stepped in, holding a mic. "We're with Channel 8 Invest. Would you like to comment on the accusations of deceptive marketing practices and client exploitation?" Steve's face turned paper white. I think we should reschedule this." Too late. Outside, Linda live-streamed the moment to their now 20-member group chat. The comments poured in. "That's him. Ask him about the success fee. Get him, Maggie." The next week, the story aired under the title "Promises, Photos and Lies: The $2,500 Romance Trap." The response was massive. Women called in from Illinois, Pennsylvania, even as far as Arizona, telling identical stories. The Attorney General's office opened an inquiry. Heartline Connections' website went down. Steve deleted his social media. But Maggie didn't stop there. She filed a civil suit. Linda testified. So did Jasmine. A year later, the case was settled. Partial refunds were awarded to over 40 women. Was justice perfect? No. But it was something. And Maggie, she never signed up for another dating service. She didn't need to, because somewhere between betrayal and bravery, she found what she really needed.